Hello viewers, welcome back to Ohio Air Gun Shooter. In this video, I'm gonna do a more thorough review of my Walther PPKS. This is a CO2 powered 4.5 millimeter or .177 caliber BB blowback replica. I just recently did an unboxing, unpackaging of it. And so now we're going to just do a more thorough review, as well as see if it will hold CO2 and see how well it shoots. But before we jump into that, just thank you for being here. If you haven't yet, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And thank you so much for joining me. So let's go ahead and get it back out of the box. This is all original packaging. Owner's manual, all your warranty, registration form. Looks like it might be a brochure or something in there, but it's in original plastic bag, unopened. There's no tape on it. Safety warning. Still has the original pack of BBs. It does not look like they've been opened yet. Sample BBs. It might have been open. So, doesn't matter though. Pistol is in just very good mint condition. I thoroughly went over it already. Just no blemishes, no scratches, no wear. So, this must be probably the first time it's been shot. It's hard to say. Just in very good condition. Maybe a little bit of a scratch right here, but otherwise it's good shape. Blowback, no takedown lever. Just guess you just got to reload the magazine and then just release the slide. Single action only. There was no double action. Either rack the slide or just pull back on the hammer. Trigger pull is very light. Has a manual safety. It is field strippable. You just pull down this and then you bring the slide out, up, back, up, and then forward. This is, I guess, your normal safety and maybe decock. I don't know if do the actual firearms have decock. Magazine release. This is stick magazine. These are plastic, very thin. It is CO2 powered. Again, here's the compartment. Has a little twist screw here on the bottom tab. And we're going to see if it will hold any CO2. Seal looks good. I put some silicone or fill gun oil on it already. Oiled up some spots. Some of the movable parts. So, tell you what, we'll install some CO2, see if it holds the gas, and then we'll do some velocity testing and maybe a little accuracy testing. It's been a long time since I shot one of these. Sights are non-adjustable, no white dots. Barrel, smoothbore barrel, just have an open port. There's the CO2 valve. Hopefully we have no leaks. But I did have one of these well over 20 years ago when I bought one. I think it was like 2004. I purchased one of these, and it was a fun gun. I got very good use out of it. And I eventually wore it out. I shot it so much, but I never got another one. And then I believe they recently discontinued these. I can't find any steel BB versions or airsoft versions. I think the airsoft are gas blowbacks with green gas or propane. But this is a CO2 version. So we'll load it up with some CO2 and we will see if it will hold gas. Before we load it up with CO2 and BBs, I just want to get a weight. It comes in at 1 pound 37, 1 pound 3.7 ounces. We will be using 12 gram Umarex brand CO2 cartridges, as you can see here. And then we'll just do some of these Umarex steel BBs. I think these weigh in at about 5.4 grains. I mean, the good news is when I got this, it did not come with a CO2 cartridge installed. I do have a previous video where an old Daisy, what was it, 1200 BB gun that my father-in-law had in his garage in his toolbox was probably sitting there like 20 years with a CO2 cartridge in it. And I did the video. I cleaned it up really good and did a video of it and took the cartridge out and installed a new one, and it held the CO2 gas perfectly, and it shot very well for being as old as it is and for how long the CO2 cartridge sat in it. But on these, I'm using a drop of Crosman pellet gun oil right here. Been using it for years. Good stuff. Takes care of all my air guns. Release this thing. Alright, you gotta slide it in that way. Usually you go in this way, but this one here you gotta butt first. I'll show you. I don't think I was on camera. See, if you try going this way, it won't work, so you gotta go butt first. So, been a long time since I shot one of these. So, here it is. Will it hold CO2 gas or will it leak? I'm nervous. We have a seal. Don't hear anything leaking. I don't know, should we do a practice shot? Sounds good. There's no BBs in it, as you can see. Tell you what, we'll install an empty magazine and we'll get it to lock back. Alright, here we go. Will it shoot and hold gas at the same time with the valve? Will it even work? Let's see. Again, I'm nervous. Safety on. See, it doesn't work. Safety off. Ready? Here you go. 3, 2, 1. Initial test. Seems to operate fine. Remove magazine. Release. Be careful. You gotta just let that down with your thumb because there is CO2 still in it since it doesn't have a dropout magazine that holds the CO2. This is integrated. So far so good. So no problems at all. So let me go get set up with the chronograph and we'll run it across and see what kind of velocity we get. Now to load the magazines, they are plastic, pretty flimsy. It's the only bad thing about this model. But you pull the follower down, there is no way to lock it. So you just gotta drop your BBs in from the back to the front. The good news is when you put them in, they will not pop out the front because that hole, I think, is just slightly smaller. So just load from the back and they'll drop right in. I think it's a 15 round capacity. I'm only going to load 12. We'll do rounds of 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, and 12. Now when you let go of the follower, make sure you do put your thumb or finger over both holes. That way none of them pop out. There you go. Just don't let it slam. So again, it holds 15. I only loaded 12. So we'll just do groups of 12. And then we'll just do the velocities. And we will also see how many shots per CO2 cartridge we get. Now, according to the manual here, let me see if it gives you a blowout, cut out the diagram of all the parts. Okay, where are we at? Technical data, Great Britain, English. So, got French, German, Spanish, and then English. It's in metric, so we get muzzle velocity of 90 meters per second. What's that? About roughly 300 feet per second. Again, it holds 15 rounds. I only loaded up 12. So, yeah. So we'll go get the chronograph set up, and we'll run it over and see how we do. Safety on. All right, we'll see you at the table. Okay, we're set up at the table here. I got my chronographs on down there. It is locked in feet per second. Got the Walther PPK 4.5 millimeter blowback CO2 powered. And I have Umarex brand BBs and a CO2 cartridge. I have 4 magazines, each with 12 rounds each. So we're going to run these across and see how many magazines we get out of one CO2 and at what velocities. I'm going to get both the blowback action and the velocity. Again, the owner's manual has the velocity at 90 meters per second. Did the math. That's like just just under 300 feet per second, right around 300. Indoor temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Actually, my furnace is just now getting ready to kick on. I'll shoot 12 rounds, like one magazine, and then allow like a 10-minute warm up, and then shoot the other magazine, allow another warm up, and just continue on through 4 magazines to see what velocities we get and at what what kind of shot count we can get off of one CO2 cartridge. I mean, from what I remember from my first PPK is that it did get pretty good shot numbers. So we'll see. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the safety off now. Again, you can. This is a single action, so you have to either rack the slide or just pull the hammer back. I'll just rack the slide. All right. You see the number down there? All right. First shot. Walther PPKS 307.7, so over 300 feet per second, not bad. Again, that's the very first shot off a fresh CO2 cartridge. You did see me shoot one test shot, so not bad. 301.1. That one really dropped to 211.2. There's an error. That one didn't even read. 290.1. 288.7. Another error. I saw that BB kind of go at a weird angle, so I wonder if that's why it didn't read. 283.5. 281.1, 279.6, 274.6, 272.5. So started out in the 300s, but dropped. That one that dropped way down to 211. I'm just curious if that maybe somehow a BB double fed, but we'll let it warm up a few minutes and we'll do another 12 rounds. All right, back here with the Walther PPK S. Another 12 rounds. That's a pretty decent numbers, the first 12. I had a couple errors there. And that one, the low 211, whatever that was about. It could just be the valve, you know, it is an old gun. I don't know if it's even been shot yet, how long it's been sitting, so you might need to get the valve and, you know, all that stuff, some oil through it to help it shoot better, but you know, it did pretty good. So alrighty, shots 13 through 24. At 1.4, so again above 300 to start out. 298.2, 295.4, 292.5, 289.4, 290.6, so you know, just seems average 290s. 287.0, 285.7 has really nice blowback. 284.0, 281.6, that was an error. Another one, that BB went kind of at a weird angle, so I don't think it read correctly. 278.5, that's it. Yeah, some of the that one BB, like it just kind of came out and just kind of sharply to the left, so I didn't get a proper read for some reason. But that was another 12 rounds. It has really nice blowback. This was the very first blowback action pistol that I got, you know, way back, so really good. All right, we'll load up another 12 rounds. I'll let this warm up a bit and then we'll do it again. All right, third magazine, shots 25 through 36. Same CO2 cartridge. See the number down there. All right. 296.5. 289.7. 278.8. 277.2. 275.5. 268.0. 264.7. 262.3. 261.2. So we're steadily dropping a bit. 258.0. 256.5. 257.2. So that's 36 shots, same CO2 cartridge. Still pretty good numbers. Okay, well, we got a minute here while the CO2 warms back up. Just want to measure this barrel. I mean, we're looking at just under 3.5 inches. It's recessed a little bit here in the breech, and then it's also recessed a little bit at the end of the barrel, so I'm thinking 3.25 inches. So, yeah, not bad length for such a compact pistol. Okay, magazine number 4 off the same CO2, shots 37 through 48. $299.5. $294.2. $290.2. $286.6. $278.1. That's an error. $276.8. $273.9. $271.3. $268.3. $259.3. I don't think I let my chronograph reset, but yeah, still pretty good numbers. Fourth magazine, that's 48 shots. I lifted my arms off the table because I thought maybe the blowback was wiggling the chronograph, because let me see if I can do it here. Sometimes if it wiggles, it'll get a false reading, like an E. So, maybe not so much. But that's 4 magazines, 48 shots. Let me see if I can do a few more. Okay, loaded up 12 more. This will give us a fifth magazine, so a total of 60 shots. Same CO2 cartridge. Better angle the chronograph there. There we go. All right. Back up to 302.1. $288.4. Another error. 277.1. 272.9. 268.3. 266.7. 266.6. 260.4. 260.0. 251.7. 251.1. So still, you know, we were still over 300, dropped still in the mid 250 range. So that's 60 shots. So pretty good CO2 efficiency, pretty good velocity numbers. I'm impressed with that. So let's do a little target testing. All right, on to the target testing. I loaded up 4 more magazines. These each have 15 rounds each. I installed a fresh CO2 cartridge. We did get 60 good shots off of one CO2 cartridge. There was enough CO2 gas probably for another 2 magazines. So pretty good CO2 efficiency with this little blowback. We're going to continue to use the Umarex brand steel BBs. These weighed in at 5.4 grains when I went through and weighed them. So we'll use these. And I'll be shooting at a distance of about 6 yards. I won't be rested. And just be shooting at a paper target. I'll start with the left target. My aim will be just below this orange dot. I just rest it on the top of the front on the sights once I have my correct sight picture. So we'll do 15 rounds each, 15 and then 15, and then I'll switch targets, and then we'll do another just to see how well this will do. 3 1/4 inch barrel, smooth bore. So we'll see how we do. I'm expecting quite a few flyers, just the way some of those BBs were coming out of the barrel when I was doing the velocity test, which I do kind of remember. From when I had my previous PPK years ago, that it had a tendency to do that. So no biggie. I mean, it's still a pretty good blinker. So all right, again, start with the left target, and then we'll move to the right target. Now, these aren't the best sights. There's no white dots. Again, 3 1/4 inch barrel, so we'll see how good we can do at 6 yards. All right, 15 shots. Again, this will be from a distance of 6 yards, unsupported. That's actually not too bad. I mean, it's high. It's a little opened up. That one there. Nope. Yeah, one there. So just a couple outside the circle, but not bad. I mean, bullseye. Like I said, a little bit high. Again, I was aiming right about here, so it's definitely shooting high. So load up another 15, and we'll do the right target. Okay, Walther PPK S. 15 more rounds loaded up. This will be the second magazine. Same CO2 cartridge. Right target. One thing I noticed on when I was doing accuracy or the velocity testing was the second magazine seemed to have the more stable, consistent velocities. So maybe that will transfer to the accuracy testing, and maybe we'll have a better shot group. So again, this is at 6 yards, unrested. I mean, I don't know what you can say about this. Again, 6 yards. At least these were all in the circle. I noticed the one had a pretty good flyer. I think it was this one. But, I mean, not bad. So, that's still a little high. So, I mean, it's a little inconsistent, but, you know, I'm still happy with that. I mean, I don't know how, definitely would probably open up a little bit more at 10 yards, but it's not bad. Let's try another magazine. All right, got a fresh target set up. Again, I'll start with the left. Walther PPK, 15 round steel BBs, Umarex brand. This is the same CO2 cartridge, magazine number 3. Yeah, we'll see how we do. I mean, some of that could be my trigger pull as well. Just the sights aren't the best. I mean, just from that distance, it's just kind of. I mean, you do what you can do, I guess, with the sights. But yeah, we'll see how we can do here. Yeah, another flyer. I mean, I was expecting some. Not bad. I mean, there's some concentrated here. You know, it opened up a bit too. Let's try one more magazine. Same CO2 cartridge. Velocities will probably be dropping a bit, but yeah, that's still pretty good. So let's see what we can do with 15 more rounds. I mean, you're not going to win any long distance shooting competitions with this, but you know, it seems accurate enough for planking some cans and maybe some small targets. So let's try 15 more rounds. Right target. Let's get some extra light here. I forgot to turn it back on. There we go. hey, everything's within the circle. Come on. Here, zoom out. There, that's better. Yeah. I mean, I'm on the 4th magazine, so that's what, 60 shots. So you get 60 good shots, not bad. Again, you're not going to win any long distance shooting competitions with this, but that's good enough. Again, 6 yards. You could probably stretch it out to 10, and then definitely. I mean, that's good enough to make it a good plinker, especially shooting cans. But I'm not going to do any plinking today. We'll do that maybe in another video. But we'll go back to the review table and we'll wrap this video up. Alright, back here at the review table with the Walther PPK. We did some velocity testing. We got 60 good shots off a single CO2 cartridge. Accuracy, I mean, velocity was pretty good. I mean, we surpassed 300. That second magazine, the second round off the CO2 cartridge, seemed to be the more steady. You know, it maintained the 290s, upper 280s, 270s. Accuracy, it is what it is for, 3/4 inch blowback air pistol. Sights aren't the greatest. It's not going to win you any long distance pistol shooting competitions. However, it's accurate enough for probably some backyard plinking, at 10 yards maybe, if you want to stretch it out a little further and, challenge yourself. Seems to have, enough energy. I haven't figured out the joules, but it seems to have enough energy probably to knock over some, definitely punch holes in aluminum cans, probably knock over some tin cans and, some other targets that you might set up. I'll have to try that in another video. Don't want to do it right now. Just sometimes the BBs start ricocheting or whatever, and I don't need them all over the basement, even though I got plenty of them already. But it's a fun gun. You can see it brings a smile to my face. I'm glad to have acquired another one. It's been, well, my first one I purchased was in 2004, so it's been over 20 years since I last purchased one. I'm glad to have acquired it and added it to my Walther collection. It's one of my missing pieces. There's a few more that I need to get, but I'm happy to have acquired this one. I'm hoping they start making these again. I know they discontinued them. One of the things that I remember from the first one I owned was these plastic magazines. There's a seam here, and it started to come apart up top here. So they don't make these, I guess, just one piece. They're two, and then I guess they see it, glue them together, or I don't know how they do it. But if they do come out with these again, hopefully they make these. If it doesn't come with a full dropout magazine, at least make the stick magazines out of metal, just to be more sturdy, because these are kind of flexible. But that's my only complaint. And maybe just add a flat piercing screw or somehow, or just somehow integrate it to where the magazine will have a base that covers it. But hey, I still love it. So hey, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.